of living on Mars has been a controversial topic since humanity discovered the planet. As of now, scientists have not yet found any clear evidence that Mars once had life. However, observations from exploration rovers, orbiters, or highly sensitive telescopes show Mars once had a humid environment with surface water, including lakes, river systems, and possibly oceans in the past, suitable for the survival of microorganisms. The search for life on the red planet began in the 19th century and continues to this day and into the future. In today's video, we invite you to look back at the realistic images of Mars that have been recorded since humanity began observing and conquering the red planet. Are you ready? Let's go explore together. The image you are seeing is likely the first photograph of Mars, reconstructed by mouse scientists using the 100-inch telescope at the Mount Wilson Observatory in California. The image was captured on September 11, 1956. Scientists used a red filter for images A, B, and C to display surface features. Image B uses a blue filter to display the atmosphere. And here is the first close-up image of Mars, showing an area measuring 330 by 1,200 kilometers. The image was taken on July 15, 1965, by NASA's Mariner 4 spacecraft. This was the first spacecraft to successfully fly to Mars and take close-up images of the planet. Next is the close-up image of the crater and the first station on Mars, also captured by NASA's Mariner 4 spacecraft on July 15, 1965. The image captures a 262 by 310 kilometers area that is a region of many pits and hollows in southern Amazonas, Polynesia on the red planet. This is the first color image on Mars. It was produced by telecommunications engineers at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory. The image was colorized on July 15, 1965. Next is a very famous image, the face on Mars. It was captured by the Viking orbiter on July 25, 1976, while the spacecraft was searching for a landing site for Viking 2.
Essentially, this image is believed to be a bit error caused by issues in transmitting the satellite's image data back to Earth, resulting in the loss of some bits. Coincidentally, it inadvertently evokes the imagery of an eye and an osprey. That's all correct and interesting, ISS.
This is the first photo taken on the surface of Mars. It was captured by NASA's Viking 1 spacecraft on December 12, 1996, just a few minutes after the lander successfully touched down on the Martian surface. Next is the first color image taken on the surface of Mars. It was also captured by NASA's Viking 1 lander on February 28, 1997, showing reddish-orange material covering most of the Martian surface. They appear to form a thin layer over a darker bedrock exposed in the gullies. And this is probably the first color image of the sunset on Mars. It was also captured by NASA's Viking 1 lander. The image was taken on February 28, 1997. Next is the image of the sunrise on Mars captured by NASA's Viking 2 lander on February 28, 1997. The image data was collected at dawn, so with the technology of that time, the capture was quite dark. This is one of the first images taken by NASA's Mars Pathfinder lander after it successfully landed on Mars on July 4, 1997. The lander is crouched on the back of a mini rover equipped with solar panels. In the distance is the Martian landscape where the lander touched down. Next is the first full-color 360-degree panoramic image captured by the Mars Pathfinder lander, showing a panoramic view of the area where the lander and the mini rover landed. The photo was taken on July 22, 1997. And here is the first color image of the sky captured on Mars, featuring prominent pink clouds drifting from the northeast at a speed of approximately 6.7 meters per second, at an altitude of roughly 16 kilometers above the surface. The image was taken by the Mars Pathfinder lander on the morning of August 1, 1997. Viking orbiter captured the solar system. This is a combination of about 1,000 images taken by the Viking orbiter through red and violet filters, producing a panoramic image of the surface of Mars. The image was duplicated and released on June 8, 1998. Hubble Space Telescope of Mars when it took advantage of the planet. Landing site captured by NASA. Moon Phobos. It was taken by the high-resolution camera of the European Space Agency. This is an image of an iron meteorite on the surface of Mars, discovered by NASA's Opportunity rover. It was the first meteorite ever discovered on a planet other than Earth. The object is the size of a basketball and is composed of iron and nickel. The image was taken on January 19, 2005. Impact during NASA. This image was captured by NASA's Spirit rover while exploring Mars, showing an area with colorful sediments, particularly bright white materials. It has a powdery and clumpy texture, indicating a high salt content. The image was released by NASA on January 19, 2006. This image is of the largest canyon in the solar system, Valles Marineris, captured by NASA's Mars Odyssey spacecraft in infrared wavelengths. Scientists stitched together hundreds of different images and colorized them, creating a spectacular scene. The image was released on March 13, 2006. This is an image captured by NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, at the site where the Opportunity mission landed, showing a crater approximately 800 meters in diameter, creating a spectacular scene. The image was released by NASA on October 6, 2006. And here is the image of the Earth and the Moon as seen from Mars. The image was captured by the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter when it was about 142 million kilometers away from Earth. The image was released by NASA on March 3, 2008. This image shows a complex channel system in the past of Mars. It could be lava channels from nearby volcanoes. Scientists believe that the sedimentary layers in this area were deposited, containing records of past climate changes on Mars, similar to the Bonha period on Earth. The image was released on July 17, 2009. This is an image of one of the oldest valleys on Mars, captured by NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter. This system stretches over an area of more than 1,000 kilometers to the northwest, across the southern highlands region which has many craters. The image was released by NASA on March 31, 2010. These are sand dunes that resemble blue-black flames, located next to a central hill of an unnamed crater, approximately 120 kilometers wide. The blue areas have finer sand, while the red areas indicate harder sediments and protruding rock outcrops. The image was released by NASA on December 8, 2010. SMGS Orbiter. This terrain shows ancient valley networks and drainage channels, which serve as evidence that liquid water was once widespread and played a significant role in the planet. A special rock outcrop on Mars recorded by the Spirit rover contains special types of minerals. This indicates Mars' wet past and a not acidic, life-favoring condition. The image was released by NASA on July 12, 2012. This is an image captured by Curiosity,
an area full of rock debris around the landing site. In the background, near the center of the image, is the reddish-brown, jagged rim of a crater. Although atmospheric dust has obscured the robot's immediate view, in the distance is a mountain range approximately 16.2 kilometers away from the rover. The image was released by NASA on August 27, 2012.
This image is a combination of several different photos taken by the Curiosity rover on different days on Mars. The rover was then about 3 meters away from the object, and the far corner of the object was about 30 meters away. The image was released by NASA on January 15, 2013.
This is a commemorative image of the 95th landing of the Opportunity rover on Mars, with a panoramic view of approximately 200 degrees. The field of view includes most of the terrain that Opportunity traversed. The image was released by NASA on January 22, 2013.
Next is the image showing Curiosity's first sample collecting drill bit on Mars. The sample collection hole has a diameter of approximately 1.6 centimeters and a depth of 2 centimeters. The image was released on February 9, 2013. This is a selfie of Curiosity. To produce this image, Curiosity had to take many different photos, captured by the camera on its robotic arm. Therefore, the robotic arm is not visible in the selfie. The image was released by NASA on February 7, 2013. Next is an image of a Martian canyon filled with linear mountain ranges. The image was captured by NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, MRO. In this image, the mountain ranges have various shapes. They lie perpendicular to the direction of the canyon, resembling waves on Mars. The image was released by NASA on July 2, 2014. S Opportunity as part of a northward view of the rover. This image was captured by Opportunity on the occasion of its 11th anniversary of activity on Mars. The landscape is presented in enhanced color to make differences in surface materials more visible. The rover's arm features an image of the US flag presented in approximate true colors. The image was released on January 22, 2015. This is an image of a surface area on Mars. They are formed by strong wind activities on Mars. Such ripples and small sand dunes appear abundantly on the surface. The image was released by NASA on February 10, 2016. Next is a 360-degree image captured by the Curiosity rover showing close-ups of sand dunes on the Martian surface. The rocks in the area are composed of sediments deposited in Mars' past lakes. The image was released by NASA on May 4, 2017. This image was taken from NASA's MRO orbiter showing layered geological formations inside the Olympus Mons mountain range, the highest mountain in the solar system. The image was released by NASA on January 23, 2018. Here is an image stitched together by the Curiosity rover as it climbed Mount Sharp. In the photo, the white area stands out, representing rock and clay soil, the material that interests scientists. The image was released on March 22, 2018. InSight lander deploying its heat shield. It covers InSight. Selfie on Mars. To produce this selfie, NASA had to combine 14 different images taken by the camera on the lander. This is a crater in the center of Valles Marineris Canyon on Mars, filled with bright-colored sedimentary layers, believed to be sulfate rock. They may have formed in the planet's wet environment in the past. This image was released by NASA on January 28, 2020. This image is composed of 28 different images taken by the Curiosity rover on Mars after it climbed a slope. In front are hard sulfate rock layers, extending along the length of the rock, forming protruding sections. The image was released by NASA on July 6, 2020. This is the first color image from the Perseverance rover in the Mars 2020 mission. The main goal of the mission is to search for traces of ancient life on Mars. The image was released by NASA on February 19, 2021, right after the rover's successful landing. This image is the first 360-degree panorama taken by the Mastcam Z camera on the Perseverance rover. To produce this image, NASA had to combine 142 individual photos. The image was released by NASA on February 21, 2021. Here is an image taken when the Perseverance rover moved for the first time on Mars. The image was released on March 5, 2021. Next is an image of a particular rock outcrop taken by the navigation camera on the Perseverance rover, providing scientists with their first close-up views of rock sediments in the Jezero crater area. The image was released by NASA on June 29, 2022. This is the view from the guidance camera on the Mars Ingenuity helicopter. The image was recorded during the 33rd flight when a foreign object was stuck to the helicopter's leg. The image was released on September 30, 2022. NASA's Perseverance rover captured this image of a hill nicknamed the Pine Tree on Mars. Scientists believe the stacked sedimentary layers here were created by a deep river flowing rapidly across the Martian surface in the past. The image was released by NASA on May 11, 2023. An area full of strange rocks at the top of a quarry in Jezero crater. The image also includes rover wheel tracks. Scientists believe these rocks were transported by water deeper in Mars' past. The image was released by NASA on July 19, 2023. This is another view of the strange round rocks on Mars. The photo is composed of 3 different images, enhanced for terrain contrast. It's likely these rocks were swept into Jezero crater billions of years ago. The image was released by NASA on December 12, 2023. A strange rock believed to be made of olivine, captured by the Curiosity rover. 9 days before this image was taken, the rover crushed a similar rock and revealed its crystalline structure inside. The rover's spectrometer detected that the rock is composed of olivine. The image was released by NASA on July 19, 2024. This is an image of 42 drill holes where the Curiosity rover collected samples. Each hole is about 16 millimeters wide. This image was released on August 27, 2024. This is a high-resolution image of a rock captured by the Mastcam Z camera on Perseverance as the explorer climbed the western path of Jezero crater. The image was released by NASA on November 7, 2024. Besides the above images, there are many other interesting images that scientists have captured during the journey of exploring Mars. However, in one video, it's impossible to present all of them. We hope for your understanding. Which image above impressed you the most? Please share with everyone in the comments section below. At this point, our video will temporarily pause. Wishing you relaxing and informative moments. For now, goodbye and see you in the next videos. Sincerely, farewell.